Hello everybody, this is Mateo, and oh god, them again. Oh well, I guess we have to kind of close up the whole Popple and Rookie story arc at the end of the game. I mean, I guess they're the super secret final boss that we weren't expecting. Yes, yeah. How did you guys even get here? I think you might have said something like they were launched here by the soda monster guy and landed here, and then random found the Beanstar in their possession all of a sudden. However, I don't know whether that's the right. Maybe if I were paying attention to the dialogue I would know. However, I'm not, so I don't. And we're preparing for the final battle, and we're being honorable about it. So let's do this a second time. They still work the same way that they did last time. For being a thief, Popple has a whole lot of defense, and also Rookie has the fire breath to begin with. He didn't suddenly forget how to use it again. So you're going to want to beat up on Rookie first, and only, because if you attack Popple, then Rookie will counterattack. And that's not good. So just beat Rookie and the battle's over, and we'll beat the game. Or at least we should. I mean, we got the Beanstar and whatnot. Otherwise, same old. Chopper Bros works really well. I'm not sure if Rookie counts as a spiked enemy. I mean, he does have those horns. However, wow, way to mess up that. One really good thing that they did, oh great, he took Mushroom. He could possibly take your hammer as well, so you can't use that kind of counterattack, and also you can't use the Bros move that uses hammers. But they have some Bros moves of their own, apparently. So you saw that one. But they also have another one in which Rookie will light Popple on fire, and something happens. Honestly, I really do forget what exactly. Maybe I might kill him too quickly, I'm not exactly sure. Yep, totally killed him too quickly. And he has heartburn. So, he died. He blew up because he had heartburn. Now, oh great, you did 5 damage to me and then you run away. Good job, Popple. So, we got even more experience, apparently. And, oh great, more offensive Peach bots. How did that thing stay up in the air for so long? I mean, it fell down with the Beanstar. In fact, it fell before the Beanstar fell. How did that thing just suddenly randomly fall now? I don't think that the Beanstar is going to be able to carry all 4 of us. So maybe they're setting up the scene for the final battle? Boss rush mode, I guess? Oh great, looks like Rookie is getting the Beanstar. So now we have to get it from his clutches, I guess. Oh, hello. Now you could see why I was kind of worried when I accidentally called Rookie Bowser a couple parts ago. Yeah, that is why. Rookie is really Bowser, and then he fell, and the Beanstar broke. So it looks like we have a bit more to do in this game as we get the Beanstar pieces to put it back together, and then we should be done, because, well, Cackletta can't get them either. Provided Cackletta is still around, I mean, we kind of beat her up quite a bit. And Mario's getting beat up by some crabs. Go, Mario. You are so helpless. So let's go ahead, jump in front of Mario and see if that'll work. And you could keep Mario in this pose forever until you eventually press A. It's kind of humorous, because it just looks like he's constipated. Apparently that's humorous. But either way, we are now on some strange random island. So let's see if we can find a way to get off of this place. Perhaps. Well, here's some civilization. These guys kind of remind me of Mr. Saturn a little bit. Mainly the fact that they talk really weirdly. Well, they don't have a strange text. However, what they do have is, they say weird things, basically. So yeah. So they kind of remind me of Mr. Saturn. And speaking of Mr. Saturn, I've been playing Earthbound recently. It is a lot of fun. I'm not enjoying it as much as I liked Mother. Although part of that might be because I had pretty much all of Earthbound spoiled for me because I watched Nintendo Capri Sun's Let's Play of it because I wanted to see what he thought of the game. Because, I mean, he's a big Mother fan and whatnot. But yeah, I'm still having a ton of fun playing Earthbound. I seem to have a very unlucky time with getting hit by critical hits from every single boss and dying against them. It's kind of that game's running joke, and if I were doing a Let's Play of the game right now, that would be the running joke. The boss is always getting critical hits on me and killing me. Me succeeding the next time when they don't get a critical hit. But, oh well, the Galvanic Thunderhand technique. So it looks like Luigi's got yet another power, the Thunder Hand. So, yeah, well, like I said, it gets kind of annoying cycling through all of the powers, especially when you don't know that you can press L and R at the same time to bring them both back to the jump command. But we now currently have 5 powers that we can cycle through, I mean, jump, hammer, hand, and then the back jump, well, the back person's jump power, and the back person's hammer technique. So it gets rather annoying, to say it. Well, not necessarily annoying, however, tedious. That's just a synonym for annoying, really, so whatever. So let's see what happens when I light this guy on lightning. He freaks out and he EBDs a lot. Apparently he's a robot. Yeah, this is a thing that I didn't know about for a long time. It's a little Easter egg. And I believe. Yeah, see, they talk weird. But yeah, I just didn't know about these guys for the longest time until I looked at their sprites on the game, or no, not the game. What am I talking about? Spriter's Resource. And I was just like, whoa, what are these enemies? I never fought these guys before. And then I kind of made the connection, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. So, I took his experience points. That's pretty awesome. They don't give a whole lot of experience points, though. It's just a nice little Easter egg. I think they do give you a pair of pants, probably. If you beat them, that's actually pretty good. However, that's a random chance drop, so don't really farm it. I mean, you can buy better stuff eventually anyways. It's really not worth the time. I'm pretty sure these guys are also weak to the other element that they are. For instance, the red ones will be weak to lightning, and these blue ones will be weak to whatever power Mario gets. However, I think that might be kind of obvious given the history of Mario and the fact that he's red. And now that I've completely spoiled it, let's just go ahead and get that power. I spoiled it 5 minutes in advance, that's great. Just couldn't contain myself. Well, here are the red guys. So, well, what element is red, and what does Mario's, ever since Super Mario Bros., what has Mario been able to get after getting a mushroom? Yeah, you can figure that out from there. So it's time to send Mario to get his power up, and a similar thing will happen. Was I ever stuck here? I think I might have been, to be completely... Oh yeah, I was. After going here, and I went to this one first, and after I became big, you can't get through that tiny hole that Luigi sent you in again. So I thought that there was no way out of this place. So I met up with this guy, and I talked to him, and by the way, the fire orb looks really, really cool. It reminds me of that Frogger game for the Game Boy Advance with the elements and whatnot. I used to love that game. I should do a quick Let's Play of that, actually. Huh, that's an idea. I forget what it is exactly called, though. Temple of the Frog or something like that? I'll look into it soon enough-ish. Perhaps. He's confused. This guy has Alzheimer's. He doesn't remember a thing. Yeah, well, after 3,000 years of probably nothing but sleeping, you'll probably forget. However, I feel as though we should follow Luigi's plan and just touch the random ball of fire, of course. That'll totally work in something well. I mean, if you touch a light bulb, which actually isn't fire, and therefore probably... If you touch a light bulb when it's on, it burns, so... Why wouldn't the actual source of heat, like fire, burn? And now Mario's hand is on fire, and he's awed by it. And yes, his element was the fire, in case you couldn't get that. And he's just kind of standing there like that for 5 minutes as this guy's talking about the firebrand. Yeah, Mario. Mario's not really paying attention, he's still wondering why his hand is on fire. Oh, there we go. Mario just wants to know how to become more powerful and learn how to use this. So, yeah, now we have so many powers to cycle through, and we still don't have all of them. We still have one more power to get in this game. And, yeah. Mighty Blast of Flame. Okay, let's try this, Mario. Kame! Didn't time that right! Ha! And then Mario's amazed by the fact that his hand is on fire again. Yep, totally skilled. So anyway, like I was talking about earlier, I actually got stuck in this place, no matter how sad that is. And actually, no wait, I'm not going to go to the place where I got stuck immediately, because we have to fight this guy. So let's light his hair on fire. He is he. There we go. We gotta get kind of close, but not close enough to where you talk about them. And then he also freaks out, and then he bleeps at me, and then we can battle him. And I'm guessing don't jump on them, because they're kind of on fire, and that would hurt. And whoa, this guy's actually attacking me. I didn't know that they could attack you. Oh no, they actually didn't. They just circled around me. That was interesting. But yeah, they heal you, they run away and say that they don't believe anything. They mention their weakness. Yes, very few monsters have weaknesses in this game, and it's the fire or electricity. And I took his experience points, and yeah. So yeah, I was stuck in this room because I didn't know that you could light this on fire, even though there's the fire symbol, like, right above there. Apparently I was very stupid as a 10-year-old and didn't notice my surroundings. I was also expecting, like, to be able to light up a bundle of wood or something, like a fireplace, sort of, and you have the log and then you light that on fire, but nope, you just light that dot on fire, it will catch fire, and yeah. And also, I almost missed that dot. There are probably some beans in the back of this area. I mean, there's actually more to this place, but, you know, I don't care enough. And yeah, now there are going to be a bunch of puzzles revolving around lighting stuff on fire or powering up stuff with electricity. I don't know, the game suddenly loves these things. There wasn't that much with the hammers and rocks and whatnot, however there's a ton with the elements. And now we're breathing underwater, somehow. I mean, seriously, we'll be in this place for like 5 minutes and the brothers will somehow, be able to still be alive. And while we're breaking physics and the laws of nature, let's also light fire underwater. And semi-randomly, and by semi-randomly I mean they're programmed to go in those certain areas. However, we have new enemies. These are Goom Divers, I believe, or Bean Divers. Are they Goombas or Beanies? I think they're Beans. No, they aren't. They're the Goom Divers. The Bean guys are the other things. So when they're up in the air like that, you can't hammer them. You can when they're on the floor, though. And yeah, also in battle you can actually use the hand power. However, I suggest never really using it unless you know that it's super effective against something. Like, this game doesn't have, like, super effective, it has critical. And critical basically means that you chose the right hand power that will do more damage to the enemy. And it's helpful in very few situations, but still it's there. And you don't use your hand power to block any attacks, you only use hammer and jumps. And that's how you block / counterattack attacks. But now that we have all the hand powers, I guess I can tell that story. Back when both me and my brother were obsessed with this game, we actually had this idea where there were like, and we had yet to beat the game, so we were thinking like, what if there were an evil Luigi and Mario clone, and like, if they use the jump attack, then you would have to use thunder to block them, or whatever hand power you had. If they were going to hammer you, you had to jump over it, and if they were going to use their hand power, you would hammer it. Or whatever. It worked in like worked in a triangle, kind of like the weapon triangle in Fire Emblem if you played those games, where one would be effective on the other, which would be effective on another, which would be effective on the first one, basically. Basically think of a triangle, and those 3 corners, it's going one way, and I'm explaining this too much. Forget it. We have bloopers, they're dead. Hopefully you noticed what they did, because I'm not going to explain them. But they're all over the place, and really, I don't feel like fighting all of the monsters here. I'm just showing off the new enemies. But normally I say, like, fight all the enemies. and you will get tons of experience and you won't have to grind. Well, the enemies here are kind of annoying, and there are way too many of them for me, especially since there's only 3 different varieties of enemies that we could find, and this is it. So, yeah. Also, I believe these guys are weak to fire. And we're poisoned. Yay. So anyway, it worked in like a weapon triangle kind of thing, and then I play Bowser's Inside Story, for those of you who've played that, and I'm like, oh, they stole my idea! Even though these are their characters, and it didn't necessarily work in the same way, however, it was still pretty interesting. So yeah, that's my story, and I can't believe I'm spoiling parts of Bowser's Inside Story, although it has been out for much longer than 6 months, so it's fair game to talk about it, sort of. Long time ago, in LPs, there was a kind of a rule that not everybody followed, but most people did, where you had to wait 6 months before you LP'd the game to give people a chance to play it, and they wouldn't just be watching your Let's Play in order to see what the game was like and then not buy it. I still follow that rule. I mean, look at my channel. I have yet to play a new game. The newest game that I have Let's Played is probably Spyro the Dragon. Like, honestly. Or maybe it was Super Mario 64, although I'm pretty sure Spyro came out after that. But, alas. So, for this puzzle, you want to hit the button, and it will tell you the order of, well, what you light on fire. And you light them all on fire, and then you can continue on. It's pretty simple. Yay for randomly shrinking coral reef. But, alas, we do things. Now, oh god, hi. Yep, skipping most of the enemies because I just don't care enough. And you can swim continuously. It's kind of like an endless spin jump, however you can only swim for so long a distance. And I'm going to see you all next time, where